Savannah. I'm a child life specialist. That means that I help children and families when they have gotten hurt or whenever they're sick. I help them cope with those situations and get back to regular life. Um, so you might be wondering where one of your classmates has been. They've been gone for about a week now, and this person will be coming back very soon. I'm sure you guys are worried, but they ended up passing out during soccer practice last week and was taken to the hospital and was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. That may be something that you guys have heard of before. So this can cause some complications in children. It was something that we didn't know about, so it made her feel very sick and caused her to pass out. And she went to diabetic ketoacidosis, which is a big word, and they took her to the hospital and they gave her fluids and electrolytes and insulin therapy. So a lot of that may sound crazy, like you don't really know what any of that stuff means, but we're going to help you understand, and we're just going to help you understand that it's not something that makes you different. It's just a new part of her life that she has to cope with. So some of you might have family members with diabetes, and your classmate has type 1 diabetes. So that means that her body just doesn't produce insulin. So I actually have a little diagram for you guys. So hopefully you can see it here. So we have a regular immune system right here. So we have I put a cookie right here. So if they eat the cookie, the pancreas is the part of your body that breaks down the sugars in your food. I drew a little pancreas, and the pancreas is located in your stomach area, and it releases insulin, which breaks down the sugars, and it uses it for energy. So we all know that we eat for energy. And then with type 1 diabetes, this is something that you're really just born with. Type 2 diabetes is a different story. That's something that you acquire later on in life usually. But in this circumstance with type 1, your pancreas cannot produce insulin. Your immune system, which keeps you from getting sick, actually attacks the parts of your pancreas that produce insulin. So whenever somebody eats, a cookie or whatever food, they cannot use this for energy, and then all of the sugar builds up in their blood, and it can make them feel very sick. So I did a little sad face right here. And so in a nutshell, that's kind of how it happens. So do you guys think that there is something we can do to fix this? Yeah, there is actually. So whenever you have type 1 diabetes, because your body doesn't really produce the insulin, you have to take insulin whenever you eat, and you can get it from the pharmacy or the doctor, and you have to find out the right amount to give yourself, so you don't have too much, because that can be an issue also. So when your classmate comes back, there will be some extra work that they will have to do. After meals, they might have to go to the nurse's office to get insulin. They might have to count carbohydrates, carbs, which is just what's in our food, so we know how much insulin to give. And it's just important to monitor those things so they don't have this happen again, because it can be really dangerous for their health. So another thing is they might not be able to eat like the same things that you are eating because it might have too many sugars, or it might be kind of bad for them because their body can't process it because they don't produce insulin. So that's another thing that would be different for you guys to get used to. But other than that, basically everything else is normal. It's just a part of life that you have to manage and make sure that you're healthy. But I mean, like in the picture, the two people look the same. There's really no big difference. It's not contagious. It's just a part of life, and it happens to a lot of different people. So make sure that you welcome your classmate back. I know it can be hard to be out of class for that long, so make sure everybody welcomes your fellow student back with open arms. Thank you.